What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Wicked After Dark, where we talk about all things horror. My name's Anthony. With me tonight, we got Ashley and Jess.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
And as always, the man behind the scenes, Andy.
It's
And
Screams.
as promised, guys, I know we've been promising for a couple weeks now, and they're probably like, you guys are liars. We finally have guests, guys. We finally have Lisa here with Cursed Creatures.
Hello.
Kenny with Love, Pain, and Stitches.
Hi. Yes, but they are sister companies.
They are, but we're here today, guys, to talk about Salem's Market.
Yes.
They're busy people.
Let me get a fire. Our soundboard guide's off today already.
It's not working. Glitch. Error. There we
All
go.
right, there it is. We got it all late.
Good
Damn
job,
it.
Andy. Good job.
Shit, dude.
So
But yes,
that counts.
I know everybody's curious on the companies that they run, but as I said, we're going to be talking about this awesome event coming up in Ontario, Salem's Market.
Yeah.
First of all, guys, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
It's going to be a fun episode. You know, prior to shooting, we were already having fun, so.
I think, it's been a long time in the making. I think
Oh,
I approached Kenny on it a year ago, I
Yeah.
want to say, when we first met
Oh,
about
yeah.
the podcast. You're like, yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah.
You know?
I
It's
like
been-
to procrastinate.
and then we're like, so when's this gonna happen?
Right.
And I was like, oh, they really want to do it. Great. You know, that was so exciting.
Right.
And it's our first time interviewing, people who throw events too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's super exciting.
And
Yes.
this is my first interview, by the way.
Awesome.
No
is it
way.
really?
It is.
Yes, I've always had to pass on them because it's very stressful
Right.
wondering about all the questions people are going to ask.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man.
Wow. That's
Well,
awesome.
I feel honored.
Right now we have the honor of interviewing him for the first time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're
But yeah, so thanks for coming on.
No.
Hopefully we get some
juicy questions.
juicy questions going
Answered.
for them.
Not too juicy.
They're like, let's not get into
We're
too
sticking
much
to the
detail.
script, people, all right?
Right? What you guys know is there's a whole script start to finish today. No, I'm just kidding. Never that.
There's a solid 10 questions. You guys know the drill.
That's the only reason why he's doing it too.
Right.
Because there's a script.
And I had to tweak it this time around because everything's based off of just small shop, and
Oh,
it
I
wasn't about events. So I had to tweak. We had to tweak the questions a little bit. Like, dang, what should we ask? What would I
Right.
ask myself? I don't
Yeah.
know. You know?
Right.
Definitely.
Because we've never been interviewed. Fun fact.
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah, never. We've had guests come on where they'll have like a question for us, but never really been in that position, I guess, where
Oh,
it's like,
cool.
And I'm
if
sure
someone's
it's
gonna fire
nerve-wracking.
questions at you, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because thinking about it, we ask the question, so it's easy. But if I were to be asked, like, why do you do this?
I don't know.
Good
You're like,
question,
because it's
I know.
fun.
right?
Because I was forced.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
I know.
Literally. But let's dig into it. Salem's Market. So whose idea and concept was Salem's Market?
Well, Salem's Market was a idea that me and Nancy always talked about. She would always bring up the conversation. We need to make our own event with people like us,
Yeah.
like-minded. Because we would do art walks and random craft shows. And, yeah, there's some spooky people there, but it was a collection of different types of
Right.
vendors. And we always had that conversation after every event that it would be a dream to make an event that would be for us, and we could invite all our friends. We could
Yeah.
just hang out
Right.
and have people come. And after years of talking about it, it finally happened.
Right.
So I wasn't actually involved in the first one. It was mostly just him, Nancy, and our friend Nikki.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Black.
Nikki from Black Magic Cakery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was them three.
Her and Nancy initiated the event. They started it.
Okay.
They asked me to help out, to participate, and the type of personality that I have, I came in and I was just like, all
This is
right,
what we're gonna do."
This is what we're doing. I overwhelmed them, because they want to
okay.
be chill and lay back
Right.
and have some fun.
Right.
And I'm just like, no, we gotta get on it. We gotta do our best. We gotta produce something amazing. And they found a venue through our friends Tani and Remy from Pizza Beat. They provided their family Mexican restaurant parking lot,
okay.
and so we had our first event there.
In a parking lot,
In a
right?
parking lot. To be completely honest, it was a shit show.
Really?
Yeah, because it was our first time having a
Uh-huh.
show.
Definitely.
We were trying to figure out how to do things properly, how to handle people, like the lines, how to handle the vendors, how to,
Right.
but we did our best and we learned from our mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And every show we try to, okay, let's focus on what we did wrong.
Right.
And make it better.
Yes, always. Our priority is always to improve.
Right.
Definitely,
Right.
Definitely.
So,
And I think for that first one, I believe you only had like one backdrop, right? Or one small.
it was one little
Photo
photo
op.
op,
One little
like
photo
a
op.
cheesy little
Uh-huh.
like headstone, and it was a good
It was a
feeling.
pop-up.
It was a pop up
Yeah.
for sure. There's a lot of parking.
How many vendors do you think?
There was at least like 20 vendors.
Oh,
Okay.
Very small.
Yeah, very small. And holy crap, the amount of people that showed up for us, we had a line just down the parking lot, and we're just, when the first people showed up early, we weren't even set up. We were all freaking out. They're like, they're here. We're like, what? And
Especially because being an outdoor event, people will just start going.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
especially then because then like spooky events weren't as common.
Right.
Yeah.
So people showed up, and it was Orange County.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the second one, I believe we had like a Christmas pop up in Covina at a park, not like a Girl Scout park too, like a little Girl Scout center. That was only like, I don't even think it was 20 vendors. I think maybe only like 15 vendors. Very small. Same thing. Huge line. That was the first one I was kind of involved with a little bit. Huge line, and I mean,
That line was
it kind of just went
intense.
from there. Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, because I went through the park, because it was like a gated little park area that we rented out, and the line went outside, and trying to minimize the amount of people inside, we just
Right.
letting people in.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And we also learned a lot from that too.
I'm
It turned
sure.
into Project X styles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But from the beginning, we've always had like little things like giveaways and stuff like
Always.
that. Always, just because it kind of gives someone or people a chance to win something,
Right.
And, like be a part of it, and it's always
Incentives
fun.
for sure.
Yeah, incentives.
People like the giveaways and the raffles, and they're hard to run, hard to manage because we tried it last year.
Oh my God.
The stress with
God,
that was,
dude.
and we did it every hour, thinking that's a good gap.
Did you guys do tickets or names or?
Tickets.
Tickets
Jesus
are the bane of my
Christ.
existence.
Yeah.
Anyone
people
who's
leave.
been
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're there for like 30 minutes,
Pull it out.
number 4,
Come on, guys.
and no one has it.
And then everybody's like gathered around, like, nope, not it. You know,
you're like,
"Oh."
what's your number? Just give it to me. Like,
Right.
I'll call your name.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It's
I'm the worst when
the
they start
bane of my existence.
calling numbers and no one shows up. I just start yelling in the crowd.
At his own show. At his own show. He's like, nah, boo, next.
Will. Will do it.
You see Kenny in the corner.
And
Watch.
I'm
You
just
see Kenny,
stressing.
boo.
Next.
Oh,
Oh my
man.
gosh.
And how long ago was this your first pop up that you guys threw sales?
2016.
2016.
Oh, wow.
Kenny and I weren't together yet. We started dating like a couple weeks after.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Awkward.
yeah. So I wasn't. That's why I wasn't involved as much. And but they started it because it's a show by vendors for vendors.
Right.
I wish, I'm going to learn that. A show by vendors for vendors.
Yep.
And I love that philosophy that
Yeah.
you guys stick with. You know what I mean? Because, again,
It's
you guys
important
vend
for
at your
us.
own show. And so it's not like a company where, and no diss to any company that does do it, right? Or an outside company that'll come in and just put on the show, you know what I mean, for, I guess, everybody's enjoyment, right?
Yeah.
Where you guys are actually in the action and
Yeah.
you're firsthand know what it's like to be a vendor in all these different events, So
Yeah.
I love that philosophy.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's our biggest thing.
We pride on that. That's our number one thing that we focus on is just making sure we produce and
Yeah.
provide the best for our vendors.
Right, right.
And I'm sure you guys have noticed too. Like we really try to cater to our vendors the most as we can.
Uh-huh.
Like we have our volunteers. No one's really a volunteer. We pay everybody. We pay all of the staff
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
that helps. Because I mean, we want them to be able to be happy with what they're doing, and actually enjoy doing it and want to come back.
Right.
And plus, we ask a lot from them. We
That's
ask
a lot of
them,
work.
yeah, we ask them to go to everybody. Make sure everybody's hydrated, has food. If anybody needs to go to the restroom, help them with their booth. So we ask a lot from them. So we want to pay them and make sure, it's worth it for them so that we can keep coming back. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Definitely.
Right.
I think that's a big thing I noticed too, like doing your guys' event, or because we've done so many events now. So you have, some events where you're like, oh man, like no one's checked in on me. I don't even know who's running this event,
Right.
who's in charge, where do I park,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's always
We
like,
bug you.
yeah. So we know what we're doing at your event,
The reason why we do that is because when I first started vending, I would be alone. So
yeah.
my routine was wake up in the morning, pack up the car, and not eat all day.
Because you're so busy.
Not drink. No. Just to avoid to go to the bathroom
Oh wow,
because I had no help. I couldn't leave. I had to stay.
that's true.
I had to stay at my booth all the time.
Right.
So I learned the first few events, don't drink, don't eat nothing until you're packed up and done, and then you can eat and drink something. Because
Right.
it sucks. I see vendors, you see them just fidgeting,
Oh, yeah.
jittery because they haven't ate, they haven't been to the bathroom,
Mm-hmm.
and they have no help.
You guys know the vendor life is hard.
It's
So
very hard.
We're here to try to make it a little bit easier, at least for our event.
And it's very
Definitely.
true because, at, the last Salem's Market, you just seen so many people, with those radios and the staff shirts and all that,
I love
checking in for real. Like, hey, do you need me to cover your booth?
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's like a perk that not everybody does. You know what I mean? Like, you're stuck.
Yeah.
A lot of these shows, you're gonna be stuck. So to have that perk is real nice. Especially if you're rolling solo, because there's
Oh,
still
gosh.
today and
Yeah.
today some of our vendor friends
Oh,
still
definitely.
do solo
Solo
shows.
shows.
Yeah, they
They
don't have
come-
the support.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
don't have the help, and
No.
it's hard.
Not everybody has opportunity, I guess, to like us, for example. It's 3 of us, so
Oh yeah.
somebody can cover somebody if you use a restroom or go get food, or you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
Well, you're never at the booth.
It'll be me and
I'm,
Ashley
I'm busy,
switching off.
man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, either talking
busy.
to who's around you for that day.
It's networking.
That's
I-
right,
that's a
Lisa.
lot of
Thank
work.
you.
That's a lot of
Right,
work.
Kenny?
It
Yeah,
is.
it's a lot of work. You got to network. You got to make
Sure,
relationships
sure.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, 100%. Totally get it.
Exactly.
I agree. I agree. But with new people.
Yeah.
Not the same people.
Right, it's always the same 3 to 4 dudes.
I know.
So,
Go
Well,
see
he's
my
trying to
friends.
hash out those deals.
That's right.
Right.
That's
Trying to
right.
get them locked in.
I mean, he's networking. Kenny's just shopping the whole time. He's just going from booth
I've
to booth,
seen-
buying stuff,
yeah.
rocking you.
that's
Oh,
hilarious.
happy.
It's called supporting the community.
There
Right,
you go.
right,
That
right.
is- that is true.
Right.
100%.
I think we've literally bought from almost every booth at this point, just because, yeah, we
Why
gotta
not?
support each other.
That's actually
right?
my favorite thing. If I'm doing good that weekend, I'm just like, you know what? I take some money from the cash box. I'm like, let's go buy something random.
There you go.
Nice.
Something we don't need, but oh well, let's do it.
We'll,
you know?
we'll figure it out. The use for it later.
Right,
Exactly.
right.
I bought a lot of stickers, and I was like, what am I going to do with all these stickers? And now I put them on my van. I put them in my garage.
There you go.
Now I'm like, I need more stickers for my wall.
There you go.
Yeah.
Have a
Yeah.
whole sticker wall or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has like this little cabinet that he's been putting stickers all over.
Yeah.
There you
That's
go.
kind of
We actually started that in the restroom.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
because I was
that's
like,
cool.
dude, this is so a bland door. So I started smacking stickers on there.
I love
And when we
that.
had our first Market of the Monsters here, I put a sign on the door like, leave your stickers.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
And
So a lot of
people
companies
did.
left their
Yeah.
stickers behind. It was cool.
Oh my God, that is
Yeah.
precious.
Super cool. Yeah.
Love it.
Love it. Or if we go like out of town and we'll just pick up random stickers
Yeah.
of vendors you don't see.
Yeah.
No,
So that's
yeah.
always fun. So 2016, you said it's like 7 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
that's
From then, we missed out, I think, 2 years because of COVID.
1 year.
1 year.
Yeah, so we didn't.
And that year was the year that we transferred from the Elks Lodge in Garden Grove, and we transferred to Ontario. And it was supposed to be our first year, and then COVID hit, and
ruined
had to
it.
postpone.
we were debating if we should do it or not because they were going to allow it.
Yeah.
But it's too short notice.
Right.
It's not going to produce what we need, and we're
And we
glad
had,
we
like, months,
we're,
too.
we're
It
glad
was-
we paused out because it was just a
wasn't
bad
worth
year.
it.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Definitely.
It wasn't even the fact that, like, it was such short notice, but it was like an unsafe. It was untimed.
Environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not trying to do that. We took it very seriously, where we like quarantined and like wore
Mm-hmm.
masks like religiously up until almost a few months ago, and yeah.
Just for it to start
We're not-
coming back around again.
Yeah.
The cases are rising, and you're like, can't catch a break.
So our first Ontario Convention Center one was supposed to be what, 2021?
Oh, well, last year was our first year.
Yeah, so 2021 it was supposed to be our first one. We postponed it till 2022, and so that was our first year at the Ontario Convention
Ah,
Center.
okay.
Okay.
But
So
before
we were part of the first one at the Ontario Convention Center.
I believe so.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Before that, we were doing at like literally wherever we could. we were doing at my parents' pumpkin patch.
Oh, yeah.
A couple years. We
Oh,
would
how
have like
cute.
pop-ups at the bunch pumpkin patch. The problem is with like pumpkin patches and like outdoor events,
Dirt.
dirt. You know, it gets on everything and
It ruins everything.
all of our, you know. So even the the Elks Lodge at Garden Grove, like there was so much dirt and grass and all that. The grass people were great, but then, you know, you also have to deal with like mud. It was
Right.
just too much. The weather, the elements, how hot it is sometimes. Oh my goodness.
But
October.
my favorite thing about that event was walking around and watching people take naps under the tree.
Yes.
They were
it
stealing
was
my
so
boxes
sweet.
that we had stacked up, and they're just making little beds, and everyone's just like hanging out under the tree.
Yeah,
Oh,
eating their
And,
food,
yeah,
drinking, having
That was
a
like
good time.
a really good feeling, just watching everybody just
Yeah.
hang out and enjoy their time.
Plus, we really try to cater to families. So, like, we have like a little area for kids to like color and like, or even like my parents still put the pumpkin patch in Salems Market, and so kids can like
Yeah.
draw on their pumpkins
Yeah,
and
you
stuff like
could
that.
pick out a little pumpkin and you could paint it. They even have little stencils. They provide like paint.
I remember
Yeah.
that.
It's a good
That's
feeling.
Yeah.
cute.
It's a good
Yeah.
feeling being able to see your family there,
Right.
see your friends bring their kids, instead of, oh, sorry, it's an adult situation.
Right, right. You're
or
very-
there's nothing for them to do.
Yeah.
Right.
They're
Definitely.
just bored. You know.
I
Very
want to go home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You're
no,
like, yeah,
no.
go color.
options for everybody, right?
Yeah.
'Cause I
Last year
think
was kind of cool.
There was even there was alcohol, right? You could purchase alcohol. There you go. Then
Yep.
so
So-
some for the kids, some for the parents,
Hang
some
out,
for
yep.
there was shopping. There
you
was
eat
live
food
music.
there.
Yeah.
Live music was a great touch. I think that's the 1st time
I
I
seen
know.
that,
It's
yeah.
called me weird, but I haven't really been to an event where it's like that, where you got live bands,
Yeah.
you got the DJ, you go back to live band. There's just a
Shopping.
lot going on. You
Yeah.
get the
Yeah.
shopping, you got the spot for the kids, grab a beer. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You're just it's a
Little bit of
good
food.
day
Yep.
Yeah.
to hang out and
And those
relax.
nachos,
and-
for some reason, from there, are so good.
They were good.
They were
weren't they?
good.
They were good.
I remember we got like the both days where they're like, damn, those nachos are actually worth it.
Mhm.
And even,
Mhm.
even this last year too, going with the kids, we had someone reading them books. We actually had like a little book area. Nancy had a great idea to provide all the kids with free books. So this year we'll have them again. We'll
Oh,
have
wow.
all those books that you see right there are all free. Kids can come by and pick one up.
That's
Or they
awesome.
can just hang out and read them there and all that kind
Yeah,
of stuff.
so we go, when we go to the antique stores or thrift stores, we'd like, okay, like we got to swing by the books and look for spooky books.
for
to buy.
kids. Yeah, that's awesome.
so cool.
That's
I love
awesome.
that. I love
Yeah,
that.
I think this year, I mean, next year maybe we'll try to do like a donation type thing. Like, hey, if you want to donate spooky books,
There you
you
go.
can
Yeah.
take them. Cause
Yeah, right. Because that's a lot of books to purchase.
I'm gonna be honest. That's the only thing I complain about is
How
those
price
freaking
sensitive
books are like
are.
almost $4 at Savers.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm like, okay, I understand people are coming to buy them and give them to
Resell.
their kids or resell, but it kind of sucks when you're trying to give them away.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Like, that's
right.
$4 they just give away
I
to somebody.
know.
Well, just think about it like this: how many books are you gonna buy? Let's just say
Yeah.
50.
No,
Yeah,
Dude,
that's
last
right.
year we
100.
had a lot.
You know,
Yeah.
or 100 books, 200. Dude, that's a lot.
Hey, but it was cool watching these little kids walk around with their free books.
Right,
and
right,
They were all
right.
happy.
I guess it makes it worth it in the end, right?
Oh,
To see the
totally.
smiles
So
and you
cute.
know.
I just love the fact that you're actually catering to the kids like that. Like,
Right,
oh, like,
right.
You know, it's like educational too. Like, hey, read a
Yeah.
book. You know.
Well, especially she has nephews. I have an adult kid now. She's 18, but that's always the goal. Nancy has a lot of
A lot of
nieces
nieces
and a
and
nephew,
nephews.
so we're all about family.
Yeah.
And we just want to cater to the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
next-
I think, again, and then a lot of our vendor friends have kids
Yeah.
that they'll bring to these shows. You know what I mean? So just the fact that you guys are catering major to the children, right? I mean, a lot of people say, okay, let's set up a jumper. There you go, guys.
We
you know,
do that.
like us.
We
You
do
know,
that,
we'll set up a
actually.
playhouse.
Yeah.
That's something, you know.
Right,
Like, people
right.
don't even
But
do
the fact
anything.
you got the pumpkin patch, you can go color, you can go read,
Kids
go
are
pick out a
free.
book. Kids
Yeah.
are
I
I
free.
think we had a jumper one year, right?
I think yes,
Or
we
an
did.
obstacle course.
I think we had an obstacle course or something.
Okay.
That was an outdoor event, so
Uh-huh.
a little easier.
Yeah.
And they also had like the playground there, so
Mm-hmm.
like.
Yeah,
it was
but we
kinda
dropped
cool.
the ball. With me, I forgot to book it ahead of time.
Mm.
And when I
Oh,
called
man,
him, he's
fired.
like,
No.
dice."
You're like, please,
Yeah.
a favor.
Anything.
Yeah. Give me the pink castle, man. It don't matter.
I actually just saw a video, totally random, of a guy in Rancho who does Halloween jumpers.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
that is
dude.
It's like
it's super sick.
Frankenstein. It's crazy.
Custom
dope.
custom
Yeah.
blow up
That is
jumpers. Yeah,
cool.
it's
I'll
really
show you
cool.
after this. But I was like, I think that would look so dope in there.
I
Yeah.
wonder if I could buy a jumper for my dogs.
I mean,
Probably.
Probably.
Hopefully they don't
Lydia
pop
would
it.
hate
Just
it.
trim
Yeah.
the nails.
Oh, they will totally.
Destroy it.
Yeah, Lydia's a little land shark, so we have a pool and like we'll have our floaties, and she'll just sit there and wait for us to walk by. I'm like, it's so bratty. I'm like, ugh, I've gone through so many pool, so she'll pop that right away.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
pool sounds nice.
Spend all that money and boom, there it goes. Oh,
I know. So
Man.
That's
But I love
funny.
her.
So going back to like the beginning of Salem's Market and the smaller scale 20 vendor pop up to now, where you're dealing with I don't even know how many vendors in the Ontario Convention Center. How difficult is it now to prep for something like that than it was when there was 20 vendors and a small parking lot?
What do you
Well-
have, like about 80?
Yeah, 80
Oh, wow.
80 or so vendors.
Yeah, we still
we
try to
still
keep it
try to keep it low because we
manageable.
want everybody to like. I mean, we want all of our vendors to make some money too.
Yeah.
you
Right,
know?
right,
Like,
right.
If you start going up to the hundreds, 150s, it starts spreading it out a little bit.
Yeah.
more.
100%.
So I mean,
Competition's way higher
Yeah.
too at that time.
my perfect world would have a bigger space. I'll have the same amount of vendors, just because we could put more like stuff in there and more
Right.
space in general.
Yeah, we want more like things to do. you
Yeah.
Oh, right, right.
know, You know.
Well,
More
yeah.
activities,
Exactly.
more, maybe
Photo
more
ops.
photo ops.
Yeah.
I mean, the
cooking
photo ops
class,
last year were really
something.
cool. There was quite a bit of them,
Yeah,
too.
there's a lot.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this year too, we're working on.
And that
some
was
good
all from
ones.
your collection, right?
Yeah.
Your photo ops?
So there was a photo op where we just last minute got all our blow molds together.
Uh-huh.
And so we just put all our
That
blow
was
molds.
cool,
That
though.
one was really
And those are all
dope.
antique,
Like
right?
vintage.
Yes. So it was Nancy's small portion collection and majority of my collection that I had there.
I thought that was
That's
really
crazy.
cool. For a minute, I thought it was for sale. And then somebody
Yeah.
told me, like, no, that's Kenny's collection. I was like, oh, shit.
I don't put them out. They sit in my garage in my living room.
Until Salems Market.
Yeah.
And then it's action.
It's time to
horrible.
shine.
I know.
Right.
Bring
That's-
'em on out.
Here's your 5 minutes of
I know, fame.
But the amount of work between a small event and what we're doing now is a lot.
Oh yeah.
It's very stressful, but it is very satisfying at the end of the day.
Right.
The month leading to the event, we're like headless chickens.
Right.
Oh my God.
We don't know where to go, what to do, and then
Right now.
we gotta like look each other and be like, we got this.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
can you make a list? Because I can't put a list
Yeah.
together in my head
Right.
right now. What we have to do.
I mean, it kind of makes it even more intense right now. As you guys know, our account just got like
Yes.
taken or
guys.
stolen /
Yeah.
deactivated.
Deactivated.
So we're starting all over again. So now it's going to be like 100 times more stressful because
Definitely.
we have to like really, work our booties off.
Right.
to-
Right.
to
Right.
And
Something.
I'm extremely grateful going into this event with two amazing friends of mine.
Right.
And Lisa, Nancy and Jose via husband and wife. They're together. Me and her are together. So like, we don't gang up on each other because we're all the complete opposites. So it's like
I feel
her
like
and
a lot
Nancy
of times,
would like gang up,
Yeah.
and me and Jose would gang up,
Uh-huh.
and then just everybody's just like, no, we got to do this.
Yeah.
Right.
But at the end of the day, we're all focused on
One goal.
one goal, and that's making sure that we leave with our friendship
Yeah.
and we respect each other and we make sure that we are busting our ass for the vendors and the attendees.
There you go.
Because at the end of the day, if they're not happy, we're not happy.
Right. Right.
Exactly.
So
It's like, that's what you do it for almost, right? To
Oh yeah.
please everyone and make sure you try to put on the best event possible,
well,
right?
and our opinion, we feel that without the vendors and the attendees, we're nothing.
100%.
So it doesn't matter what we do if you guys are not happy and you don't come back and you don't support us. We don't got nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Totally.
It's like, what's the point at that point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
It is a little bit more difficult now that we've gone to a bigger space because we have a lot more, things to do. Like we were saying, we had one photo op this last, the first one.
Yeah, the first
now
year.
we try to have at least
Now
at
we
least,
got
like
need
5 or
2
6.
U-Hauls to move all.
I
the
was
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
say, and it's not the little ones.
No, it's the
No.
biggest
Dude,
ones.
when I seen, them, I was like, God,
He's
they
building
were the
walls.
big ones.
Yep. He's building whole sets,
Complete
and
Bob the
I'm just
Builder.
like, how do you do that?
I'm on TikTok, YouTube. I'm
There
on-
you go.
How
All
do you build
year.
a wall? I'm like, oh,
How do you? Yeah. How do you
Yeah.
age it? How do you do that? Yeah.
Yeah.
YouTube, man. YouTube.
He had like a fire thing going.
There you go.
He was like, shh.
But
I
I mean,
was
the
like,
fact though, the
torch.
fact that you're
Yeah, he
doing
had a
that
torch.
yourself, right? The
Yeah.
DIY, that's all coming from you. You know, what I
Yeah.
mean, because you could have probably easily said, I'll just outsource it. I'll buy it all and have somebody come in
It's
and
actually probably cheaper.
You know, right?
100%.
and build it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But the
Yeah.
fact that you're doing it on your own, I mean,
Yeah. It's
trust me, I know how hard it is. I do a
Yeah.
lot of our woodworking myself, and I'm like, oh hell no.
I think
You know?
this year for Wicked Fest, we're like, nah, buy a blow up. You know,
I
I don't know.
know, I know.
I don't know. You know, because we're
We
not
have-
that creative.
Well, I
you
mean,
know?
we can't just buy a bunch of blow ups.
I mean, this year we've also bought a few, what are they called? Animatronics.
Oh.
Stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah, we bought it
Yeah.
for the market.
Bought it.
Got
yeah.
you. Got
They're for the
you.
market. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
We need it.
We need it.
Trust me, all of our blow ups too were for the event too. They're already
Yeah.
up at the house though. So
Yeah. It's already decked out.
But it's not even just like that. It's also like all the things I have to do for like even the venue. You know, like
Right.
all the permits you need and all the paperwork, and then all of a sudden, or all of the volunteers or staff. You know, all of our staff needs to be like hired still.
Talked
It's
to.
a lot, yeah. And
Right.
you wanna
Give them
talk
the
to
rundown,
first.
yeah.
You want to talk to them first because I have had staff in the past where it's like we did like a paper application, and then they're like really quiet and they don't want to do anything. And I'm like, oh no, we need
Yeah.
someone that's a little lot more outgoing. You know, that actually wants to go out and
be
and help.
interactive
Yeah.
and yeah.
Our
Like-
staff now is amazing.
I mean, sometimes you get too much help. So
yeah, I'd have more. I'd rather have more than less.
being on top of their responsibilities is hard because we're trying to handle our own stuff.
Right.
And sometimes we drop the ball and be like, okay, you guys go over there and figure it out.
Right.
And they're just like, what do we do? What do we do?
I
I'm like,
know.
I don't know, but go ask Lisa.
Yeah.
Lisa's all like, who sent you over here, Kenny? Go back to Kenny, ask him.
And so now we have our main staff, Carmen, who's been with us forever already.
yeah, Carmen.
Her boyfriend / fiance / husband, Sammy.
Okay.
Ellen and Lewis, Yahida, and then we have a new person. Oh, and Jess and Kendrick. They
Yes.
have a shop as well. And we have a new person that we just hired, Casey. She was so amazing last year that I was like, you know what, she needs to be in our staff this year for sure. So those are our main staff right now. And I mean,
And
they're
some of them
great.
travel. We had
Oh,
one come
yeah.
from San Diego. The other, Luis
Ellen
and
and
Ellen,
Luis.
they live
San Jose.
San Jose.
Oh, wow.
So they fly out or they drive out.
Yeah.
Last
awesome.
year she couldn't come out because she was pregnant, right?
No, she came out. I think she only came out one day though.
Yeah, yeah. So, but they're still with us. They're
That's
sticking
awesome.
with us, and I hope they
That's cool.
stay with us, and we continue to grow with them.
Yeah.
Because I hope they get to benefit
I mean, they're
from
great.
us flourishing. You know,
Right. Right.
they
I
put in a lot of work already.
Oh my goodness.
I think
Oh
it's
my
cool to
goodness.
have a staff like that to where you can really,
it's a great
really
relationship to
rely
have
on.
going
You know what I
on.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm gonna lean on you real heavy here.
Yeah.
And then the fact that you
Yeah.
have that staff, it's like it works. You know,
Oh,
it
Honestly,
helps.
without them, I think this would crash and burn.
Right, right.
Honestly,
Just-
without them, like, because they send people to me, and I'm like, okay, go talk to Ellen.
Yeah, no
Go
joke.
talk to Carmen.
Shout out to Luis.
Oh my
Our
God.
last year at the Elks Lodge, we had a horrendous situation with the line. We had people camping out, and we had people showing up on time to set up, and it was just
Ooh.
a nightmare. And people were arguing, they were fighting in the parking lot. And Luis, at the end of the day, Saturday, was like, "Look, this is my suggestion. We're gonna do this, this, this." So Sunday morning, without a hitch, everything worked perfect.
Nice, nice.
Even our lines, like our personal lines for LPS, immediately Saturday. The joke is for that weekend was, what day did you go, Saturday or Sunday?
Yeah.
Because Saturday was a shit show.
Oh Lord.
And
Oh,
then
man.
Luis stepped in and handled
He was
Sunday
like, "Bah, bah,
line
bah, bah, bah."
like nothing. Everybody was in quickly, and people were getting to our lines quickly, and they're shopping. And ultimately, that was the biggest highlight for me. Was when he saved the weekend. Because
Right.
Holy crap!
Right, right.
Yeah.
And you see, though, it took someone from the outside looking in to make those suggestions. You guys,
yeah.
Yeah,
you're trying to run your booth. You're trying, okay, what do I do? Let me deal with this. Let me deal with that. But this guy's from the outside looking like, no.
Well-
this is what we're gonna do, guys. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
I just want to say too, it's such a full circle moment for us, because when we first started Wicked, what year? Before COVID, I want to say we first
2020.
started doing vendorings, and we were like barely had an Instagram page going. We applied for Salems Market, but we didn't get in.
Oh.
So we were so bummed over that, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh no, like I wanted to do it. We barely started, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And now, you know, like we're talking to you guys about it and picking your brain. That's just That's awesome. You know?
Aw, yay!
I think that's so cool. Like, yeah, it
I
happens.
blame
Makes
Lisa for not
sense.
letting you in.
It wasn't me.
She
was like,
ultimately says no dice.
no.
They're too wicked.
We actually we all get together and we'll go through every single vendor and we'll look them up on a big screen and look through all their Instagrams and all of their websites and all that.
Right.
And make sure, they fit our theme.
But also, as a person applying, you have a job.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people miss that mark. They don't send us photos.
Right.
They don't send us any information.
Right.
They send us personal Instagrams.
Yeah.
Where we're like,
You're
That's
not
your
showing me what
page.
you have, yeah.
That's your kid
cool,
and
but
your dog.
where's your
What are you
item?
offering?
What are you
Yeah.
selling? Yes.
Definitely. Sell yourself better.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
anyone listening, suggestion, please update your Instagram.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What you are selling now, not what were you selling a few years ago, but what you're selling now, and good photos, good
Yeah.
lighting, and add a little like bio to who you are, what you're about. Sometimes I know personally I've done it before, where I'm just like, this is what I got.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think?
We'll see what happens.
That's why I've taken over. I'm like,
I think because when we first started, literally it was when we first started, we didn't know like how to manage things yet, or what looks good on your Instagram page, or we weren't even thinking about that your Instagram page needs to be what's looking
have, yeah.
what you have.
And look at you guys now.
Still trying to figure it
You
out.
got,
Right.
you got your own brand. You got your store. You got an event.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's,
Oh,
it's
and the podcast.
and it's
Oh,
a lot of
podcast.
work, so I'm over it. No, I'm just kidding. No,
You know what? Yeah, I feel you sometimes. It gets stressful.
It
Yeah.
does.
It gets
It
so
does.
stressful.
It does.
And yeah, that
I
comes.
th-
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. How stressful does it get, like knowing? Because I know Salem's Market. It's like one of those events where like, fuck, everybody wants in. So you guys are getting hundreds. Like we're getting hundreds of applications for our little pop up, right? I can only imagine the applications
scale.
coming in, right? So how stressful is that process for you to be like, God, understandably, we can literally only let in
Oh, yeah.
80 vendors. That's all I got room
Yep.
for, right? So how stressful is that process in knowing like, God, it sucks. I'm gonna have to turn down 100+ vendors, right? Because
Yeah.
in a perfect world, please, everybody come vend. Let's do this. Let's party. But we can't. You don't fit it. It's
Yeah.
impossible.
I'm sure-
Next question, please.
I'm sure you guys can agree that it almost breaks your heart.
It does.
To
Yeah.
say no to people.
It does.
It breaks my heart. I'm like, oh, can't we just fit them, please?
Right,
Like, come
right.
on. Like, I just feel so bad not being able to let everybody in. But with saying that, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Good.
Solid wood. We're good.
we really try to bring in new vendors.
Right.
Like we try to give people chances. This year we actually did table spaces to like be a little bit more affordable
cool.
for new vendors and like smaller vendors. Because we want new stuff. Like
Right.
we want to give everybody a chance. Kenny had a very hard time in the beginning of the event circuit trying to get into events.
Right.
Oh yeah, my personal business. I went through a lot of heartbreak the first 3-4 years.
Wow.
People would shoo me away. I've had events ask me not to come back.
Oh wow.
Just now that I've grown more popular and I've grown, finally established myself.
Right.
It's easier to get into events, but I still get denied.
Oh, yeah.
Surprisingly.
Right.
We like to do a lot of out-of-state ones, and some out-of-state ask us to come, but it's too far, or
Yeah.
the logistics is too expensive. But being denied still hurts. And
It
I
does.
understand
You're
it.
like, what?
So when I have people, when I see them at events, and they're like, "Hey, what's up?" Like, why didn't you let me
applying?
in? And like,
Right.
And some of
Right.
them are even our friends.
Yeah.
Like we were at Midsummer Scream last week, and I was like, oh no, we didn't let them in. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, but I love their stuff,
Right.
Like,
And it's
I
not
love this.
personal.
We
It's
just have
not.
to give someone else a chance.
Right, right.
Like maybe next year you'll come back, but this year we have to give other people chances.
Right.
yeah. So
We
we're
can't have the
adamant.
same
We're
people.
Okay,
we're,
we'll keep that in mind for next
we're-
year. If we don't get it.
we decided that we were going to keep a certain amount of
Oh, yeah,
booths
we did.
and tables. We're going to call them rotating booths. So every year, someone new, each
Yep.
small shop, big shop, someone that's we never
Right.
hosted at the event, we're going to give them a chance, especially new shops that are starting out and they want to dip their toes in
Yeah.
not a massive, huge show,
Right.
but a bigger
A
show.
bigger scale.
Instead of a small pop-up.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Because we are on a higher end.
Mm-hmm.
So it is, you got to bring your A game.
100%.
Because we hate setting people up for failure.
Yeah,
where
and,
they
and we
leave
won't do it. You know,
negative, and I've been there where you go to a show, you spend a few $100,
Yeah.
and you're like, I didn't even make my booth.
Right.
yeah.
But
right.
you know, at that point, I just sit and I'm like, what could I do better?
Right.
What did I do
Yeah.
wrong? Sometimes it is the show. The shows don't do their part.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's an expectation. You as a vendor, you're expecting something from the promoter in the show. You want them to do their best to promote you and to support you and to make sure that you're giving a spotlight,
Right.
not just, hey, pay this and we'll put you over there. You know,
Right. Right. Exactly.
that's the worst feeling.
right.
oh yeah.
Definitely.
Because as a vendor, we're the ones bringing the people in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, because yeah, they promoted it, great, but if they don't have
But
the good
vendors
vendors,
promote too, right?
That's right.
Exactly.
They
100%.
gotta prevent their-
Like Kenny said earlier, without the vendors, you don't have an event.
No.
Yeah.
Nobody's showing up. You know what I mean? Nobody's showing up. You know, so it's a big part of what we do. I think is to promote with everybody. You know, you say you lost that page earlier, which is super unfortunate, but hopefully we come together as all vendors
Yeah.
The
and
community.
really the community
Definitely.
and really drive, because it only benefits you as a vendor for more people to come, right? So that I think that would be the big thing, is just everybody come together and just really start pushing wherever you're at, wherever event you're going to be at, right? It's like,
Yeah.
dude, push the show, you know, bring people. Yes, there is some type of in your head, okay, well, this show's going to bring this, right? But if you can help and be like, you know what, I'm going to push this even harder and see if we can do a little
Yeah.
Oh,
pulling
yeah.
of a little extra crowd, right? So, yeah, definitely, I think that's the best.
Hopefully Instagram can help recover that.
I hope so. I
You know,
hope so.
Nancy and I were pretty devastated earlier. We were like
Right.
very upset.
I'm sure.
but
TMI,
you know,
she was in tears.
No,
I would
I'm
be
sure.
I
Yeah.
walked
What
in
did
and
you-
she's just like in tears. I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
The
man.
work that goes into
7
creating
years,
that,
right?
yeah. I mean, geez, just like that, and you're like, oh, hold on,
Especially
you know?
like almost a month away from our event,
Right.
which is very devastating, to be honest, because we're gonna really lose a lot on ticket sales.
yeah.
Right, right,
But I
right.
mean, like Nancy did have like some really good like you know
Motivational-
She did. She was like, you know what? Like we'll be fine.
Right.
Well, we're gonna get our page back, and if we're not, then you know we have LPS, we have her page, we have
Right.
all these people, we have the community that
100%.
will come up and like
Back
know,
it.
share
It's
and
gonna
all
back
that
you.
kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
100%.
That's why I love Nancy. She's
Yeah.
always like
Very
when I come
positive,
in-
sounds like.
Yeah, I come in devastated or pessimistic, and she's like, "Nah, we got this. It's gonna
Yeah.
work."
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Otherwise, I'd still be upset. You
No,
know.
100%.
So now I'm like, you know what? We're okay.
But that's
We'll
the
be fine.
beauty, I think, of having that team that you guys have of you four, right?
Oh,
You
yeah.
were very down. She comes in. She's
did.
uplifting you, and I think it just works perfect, like full circle for you guys,
Yeah.
right? So, because if all four of you guys are thinking negatively, then obviously you're like, dude, well, that's it. We're not even gonna have it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But if
Definitely.
there's somebody on your team that's like, you know what, no, it's cool. We're gonna push through it. We're gonna use our personals. You know, I think that really helps the situation. You know, it's again
yeah.
creating that balance and how you guys work so perfect for the last 7 years.
Yeah.
You know, which
We
is
need someone like that over here. Someone wonderful golf. We need to be more happier.
right.
Fun fact: I've been friends with Nancy almost 14 years now.
Oh wow,
Yep.
Long time.
that's awesome.
Yep.
That
And
is
since
awesome.
day one, I met her. I kind of just attached myself to her. She took me under her wing, and I'm just like,
She's like that.
wherever Nancy goes, that's where I went.
Nice.
So like, yeah, I'm very grateful to have met her.
Right, right.
And she does have her own company, right?
Yes.
Which is Dulce Calaveritas.
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes, guys. So, and it's even crazier because you guys have your own small businesses.
We
Oh,
all
yeah.
do. We
Yeah,
individually.
exactly.
Jose Villa, he tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
At
amazing
Lowrider
tattoo
Tattoo Shop
artist.
in
Like Garden Grove.
Garden Grove,
I believe.
Okay.
Orange County. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
in
I'm not
Orange
familiar
County.
with
We
Orange
can look
County.
them up on Instagram,
Yeah,
guys.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Jose Villa tattoo.
And then Nancy has her company, Dulce Calaveritas, and Lisa and I run Cursed Creatures together. And then I have Love Painted Stitches by myself. And then we all share the Salems Market.
Yeah,
You
that's
know.
a lot.
At first, it was just me and Nancy, and Jose would pitch in a little bit with his graphics. But finally, Jose like got in.
Yeah. Okay.
The tattoo shop's in Fountain Valley.
Ah,
Awesome.
Oh, Fountain Valley.
There
There
we
we
go.
go.
Thanks for the look up.
Fact check over
I
there.
know. I'm like, put us on the spot with it.
Everything is Orange County to me.
Right, right.
From
Especially,
us
especially
guys.
since there's no events out here, really,
I
right? It's
know,
like,
there's
oh, where are we
not.
going? Orange County, LA County. All
Yeah.
right, here we go. You know.
That's actually one of the reasons why we went to Ontario as well. Cause,
That's
like,
awesome,
It's pretty
though.
saturated out there. But
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know,
it
like
is.
out here, you guys, us.
We need
pretty
stuff in
much
the
it.
IE.
100%,
You know?
man. That's why I love the fact that you guys are out here because you're putting on an event on another scale, right? Like the scale size is incredible. It's a different. We throw pop up. It's a 1 day, right? But the scale size of Salems Market, you're talking 2 days. You're talking again live entertainment. You're talking kids pumpkin patch. I mean, that's just a whole
Yes.
nother animal, right?
Yeah.
That I told my
Yummy
sister like,
folk.
nah.
Hey, talking about
That ain't-
animals, the last year the expo had a Frenchie bulldog
Yeah.
bully convention.
I remember that.
and that was amazing. People were walking by. They're like, "What's going on? Check it in. Come on."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that was
everybody's
cool.
walking
The amount,
around
yeah.
with their like $5,000, $10,000
Yeah.
dogs.
Yeah.
I seen that.
That was actually fun. Like
I
you've seen
seen
little
that.
doggies all day and
Yeah.
little, and they're in like little strollers.
Yeah, that was the
and-
Oh,
cutest
this
thing
is a
ever.
spoiled doggy.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
no,
they
no,
were
those
so
are-
cute.
But they're trying to, pitch them to you the time. Like, yeah, what do you think? I have 3 of them.
Yeah.
Like a girl, boy. What's
You're
up?
like,
I
dude,
know.
I don't have an extra 10 grand, man.
No.
And they also had a quinceañera expo
I
on
remember.
Sunday.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, that's dope as hell.
Yep.
That
A
was
lot
kinda
going
cool.
on. Just a lot
Yeah.
going on.
I don't know
right
what
there,
you
right?
do at a quinceañera expo, but
Spend unnecessary money. Don't get mad at any parents out there, mom.
No, you
You know.
look at dress shops and people are promoting their products. And
Alright,
like,
alright.
I had a quinceañera.
I imagine a lot of flour and.
I'm sure.
Arrangements and pastries.
But was there taco samples?
There
Right?
No, there wasn't. But you can get your tacos at Wicked Taco.
Oh, there you go.
Little plug in. You see
Damn,
that?
straight plug that in, dude. No shame.
Oh, well, and now too, there's also another event at the Ontario Convention Center too, right? The IE.
Oh, creepy.
Creepy
Con-
Eye.
Creep,
Creep
creep, I,
IE.
uh,
IE, thank
Creep
you.
IE.
creep, I,
Yeah.
con.
Yeah.
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 Creep Icon.
So again,
one
just
too.
another IE
Yeah, which is great.
market,
Like,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah, they definitely work on the horror side.
Yes.
They
Yes.
bring a lot of famous actors and actresses to get your stuff signed.
yeah.
We went the first year they threw it.
Yeah.
It was crazy
Yeah.
packed there.
I think we did too.
Uh-huh.
I think
Yeah.
that's too.
I
Oh,
think
I think I seen you
Yeah.
that day.
And the cool thing was that we saw so many new vendors
Yeah.
that were local that we were just like,
Right.
where'd you
Yeah.
come from?
Right.
You know,
Definitely.
and that's a great thing because most of our community members are from LA, you know, Orange County, or from up north.
Right.
To meet more people from the IE is great.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think they'll slowly come out of the woodwork now that we're doing these events out here, right?
yeah.
Because we're all fairly new, I think, in the Inland Empire.
Yep.
I think this is what your second annual in the IE.
Uh-huh.
This was our second annual in the IE, so we're fairly new. We're bringing it. You know, I'm hoping that more of the Inland Empire vendors start to come out and.
But your guys' first show was
Amazing.
more than amazing. I'm gonna be honest. I was like, nah, it ain't gonna be shit. It's fucking Ukaipa. Like a lot of people ain't
Yeah,
gonna come out.
yeah.
And then when I was trying to look for parking, I was like, God damn, there's no fucking parking.
Yeah.
And the whole parking lot was packed, and it was like 100 degrees. And
Yeah.
I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
these people are crazy.
Yeah.
It's 100 degrees, and we're still out here
Right.
suffering. And it was
Shopping.
like,
And
that
awesome.
all day.
I'm
It was
like,
amazing.
What the heck? We did
Yeah.
really good.
After they're like, who are these guys, man? What the hell they think
I
they're
think
doing?
I remember you
remember
guys.
seeing them, and I was
you
like-
guys were walking around, and I looked. I was like, oh shit, because we weren't really friends yet.
Familiar.
We knew
Yeah.
each other, but of course we knew of you guys. And Kenny with LPS, we're like, do you know when it came out? Like low-key fangirling. You're like, dang, all right,
Well,
Yeah.
we did okay.
I think back then we were in Hemet still, right?
Yeah,
We were living in
we're
Hemet.
still living
So
in
I
Hemet.
mean, everything's so far from Hemet.
Right,
So,
right.
like,
Ukaipa's what,
it
like
was cool because it was
minimum 45 minutes with no
Yeah.
traffic.
Yeah.
So it was great.
That's
That
awesome.
was a
And
really
and
good
then
show.
when you guys, I think after that is when we moved to San Bernardino, right?
Yes.
And that's
Yeah.
was like
Wicked
you guys
Fest.
had joined us for that
It
one.
was great too, though.
And that was a
That was
fun
great.
one.
Ooh, that was an intense one too. That was
Yeah,
busy.
yeah, it was for you guys
The first-
especially. I
that was the
remember
first Wicked Fest,
we
yeah.
messed up. We messed up as event throwers and put you like in the
Yup.
middle, nice corner spot. We're like,
Yup.
yeah, this is gonna work. And then your line wrapped around the whole damn. I was
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
I always
I
tell
mean-
people I don't mind being put in the back corner.
Yeah.
I could.
You told me
fit
that
in
day,
somewhere.
like, dude, you didn't have to put me here, bro.
No,
You
no.
could put me in the corner over there. Like, would have
Yeah.
been cool, right? I was like,
Yeah.
dude, we
It
messed
did
you
not
up.
cross our mind.
Even
you
on
know?
our personal event, I'm
Yeah.
like, no, I got to be in the furthest back corner
Yeah.
away from everybody.
Yeah, and that's true.
'Cause
That's
I don't
true.
want to block anybody. I don't want to outshine anybody.
Right.
It's my event anyway, so
Right.
put me in the
Right.
back.
Right,
People
right.
are gonna come look for me.
That's a good mentality. It's awesome, you know, because there are some people that are like, no, I want this.
Oh yeah,
This
right.
spot right
front
here.
row center.
Yeah.
And you're like, "Ooh,
And that's
okay."
fine.
Yeah.
We try to accommodate people like that, but
That's awesome.
it's kind of hard when everybody wants to be up front.
Oh,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Everyone wants that corner.
But you know what? Everybody wants to be up front, but when they get up front, sometimes it's a lot of work.
Right.
Or kind of devastating because people walk right past you.
Yeah.
So-
especially as you're coming in, you're gonna shop.
Yeah.
You're gonna look at everything first, you know, so they might just blow right by you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you're like, oh damn, all right.
But you got to be good though, because you got to be like, hey.
Yeah. Be like those salespeople. Hey, man, come here, check it out, check it
Yeah.
out.
I got pumpkins.
Yeah.
Gonna start doing it swap
color
meet
you
style.
want?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's true. But obviously, so much goes into your planning, and then especially having your own small business, how we just talked about. How do you guys distress and unwind from that, or detach your mind from it? Because I know
Distress?
it's impossible. It's impossible.
What? Distress?
But if you had any,
Not a thing. Not a thing. Next
No,
question.
for me, it's
Like,
every
what do you
day.
do for fun?
what do you do for fun?
For fun?
Oh well, that's different.
Okay, we'll just combine that. What do you guys
Okay.
do for fun to unwind a little bit?
We thrift. We antique.
We tried to
with
go
our puppies.
on an annual trip as the market and go. We sometimes try to go to San Jose to the Winchester House.
Okay.
We've gone for
So-
the past like 3 years.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
So we'll go. We'll stay in San Jose, and then we'll randomly be like, "All right, it's time for Portofino's in San Francisco," and drive up to San Francisco, eat dinner, and come back. And that's our
Ah.
weekend: antiquing, Winchester House, Portofino's, and then we're like, "All right, that was a good show, guys. Back at it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right to it, huh?
Yeah, and that's Nancy and Jose too. Like Nancy's a huge thrifter. I'm sure you guys, if you're following her, like she's always finding her thrifting finds. She has like the best luck in the world when it comes
Yeah.
to thrift shops. She'll be like, "Oh, look what I found!" in the most amazing piece, and I'm like, "What?"
Right.
She likes to look for the deals. I'm a big collector of things, so I'm past the deals. So I'm like,
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'm looking for certain things.
Right.
Yeah.
And she's looking for amazing deals, and I'll be like, God damn, where'd you get that?
Yeah.
Uh huh. Her house is amazing with
She's
all
like,
of her
"I paid
beautiful
50 cents for it."
thrifting
Yeah.
finds.
She's like, I got this for free. I'm like,
How?
I got the
had a
same thing, but
coupon.
I paid like $50 for it.
Right.
She's like, because you suck.
That's probably
You were
patience.
impatient.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're impatient.
That's what.
Yeah.
Kenny's the kind of guy's like, pull the trigger, let's get it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
fuck
not gonna
it,
be there.
it's mine.
It's
Both
so
of us.
bad. It's so bad because we'll be like, do we need it? Yes, we do.
Grab it, let's roll.
Especially like we were talking about earlier before. We've our taste has kind of evolved into something else now, and now it's like, oh my god, a whole new obsession, and so it's just getting out of control.
Out of hand.
It's out of hand. It's
You're gonna
not
have to
getting
open your
But you know
own
what,
antique store.
well, that would be
Well, the dream is
amazing.
to open a
museum almost.
personal museum, just my collection. I show little bits and stuff on my personal thing, but I've been collecting for a long time.
Right.
And COVID was a strange time, so my collection grew. Pretty
I'm
big.
sure by-
because
Didn't
we're
have
like
anything else to do
so
except scroll
Facebook
on
Marketplace,
eBay.
and I'll be like, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go meet these people in the middle of San Diego
Oh my
in the
God.
middle of the night.
He'd be like, I'm going here just in case. You
Yeah,
know, I don't.
I'll
show
send her
up."
my
I'm like, "Oh,
location,
great."
and she'd be like, "When'd you leave?" I'm like,
I know.
earlier.
An hour ago.
I
Yeah.
mean, I think, Kenny, you told me that you have storage units
Yes.
of your collections, dude.
God.
And-
Well,
Hey,
for the longest time, I've lived with my mom,
okay.
so I've had a little bedroom, and so out of this bedroom, I slept, ate, and worked, and stored all my stuff. So to the
Jesus.
point where it was just a hoarder's little like
Den.
den. So you would have to move things. I would have to move things off my bed to sleep, and then move
Wow.
them back onto the bed to work.
Jesus.
And so now that we finally got blessed and got our own place together, I unloaded my storage units, and then I'm just like, who
Whoa.
bought all this crap?
Yeah.
And you know what? It's collections of stuff that I was into at the time,
Uh-huh.
and now I'm no longer into.
Right.
My taste has changed. My style has changed. So now we're just unloading everything I don't want, and we probably got rid of about a half a storage unit. And we
Really?
still got another half to go through.
But we'll talk more about that on our next podcast.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
We'll really get into
I know.
that.
This
I mean, I
time
would
about
pay to go
Salem's
see.
Market.
I have an addiction.
Yeah, he does. But then, like,
a little
I'm,
bit.
I'm not very, very
Matter-
helpful either. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, we need that. We need that.
Yeah,
And,
it's not gonna be there if we leave now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
horrible. Especially like what we said earlier, we were traveling the East Coast, and they have amazing items over there, and so
Right.
we're like, we are never going to see this ever again.
So
Like,
retail
we need
therapy
it.
is definitely a de-stressor for
There
us.
you go.
There you go.
Retail therapy.
Back
But
to the question.
But definitely a little different, right? But anyway, yeah, we'll go back to these questions.
That's just crazy.
I know.
We'll get
And
to it.
Episode 2.
There you go. Stay tuned for that,
That
one,
one's gonna be
guys. Everybody's
all
like, damn,
about
when's that one?
thrifting.
Oh, I know. Oh, I mean, we could go on for hours about thrifting.
Oh, I'm
but
sure.
I tried to get into it a little bit, but that's a story for another day.
Yeah. Let's stick to
I
the
try.
script. Come on.
I
Sorry,
try. Yeah.
you just got to go with us.
Right. I
Uh-huh.
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I go and I'm like, dude,
Don't go with us.
He's like, don't go with us unless you're ready to
drop some money.
leave broke.
There's a great one in Beaumont, actually. Oh, but that, like I said, story for another day.
Let's move on.
Sorry.
This is the
Like
key
I said.
topic for us.
I know.
You got him started.
Like,
we
dude.
found
Market who?
Yeah.
So what keeps you guys motivated to keep going with these events?
Especially,
vendors.
as we said, the work that, for people that don't understand the work that goes into it, the stress that goes into it, because it's not like you said you started last month planning. No, this has
No.
been planning since the last event,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
to where you're
definitely.
booking your events, you're doing this, you're doing that. So what keeps that like passion? Like, you know what? Hell yeah, we're gonna go for the next one. We're gonna go bigger.
I think our vendors really like. I know that sounds kind of like a cop out answer,
Right.
But like our vendors, like I want them to have the best events. And like Kenny was saying earlier, he kind of beats himself up if like the vendor's like, oh, I don't know, and we're just like, okay, how can we make this better?
I go around asking. I talk to everybody. I try to talk to everybody, and ask them, hey, how was your day? How was the weekend? Was it, productive? Was it good for you? I love when people are honest, and some of them, it was okay. It was good.
last year was better.
Last
it
year was
happens.
better, or it wasn't that great for us. And when someone says that to me, I'm just like, what could I do better?
Right.
Because I am completely interested now. You intrigued me on why it was not a good show for you. Because I'm trying to break it down now. Because if not, I'm going to dwell on it and beat myself up at the end of the day and
Right.
blame myself. But there's a lot of factors to it.
Yeah.
100%.
It
How
could
do
be
you
as simple as
how do you set your booth up? How you
Yes.
are
Oh, yeah.
are you approachable?
Right.
Let me
you're
tell you
hanging
that
out.
because number one, people always avoided me extremely. I am one person that gets avoided a lot. I have a very aggressive demeanor. Look, when you come talk to
can
me,
see that.
Yeah.
it's just stress.
yes, I
Guys,
am.
it's just stress.
I'm stressed out. I'm zoned out all the time. I'm just thinking of work. Just
Yeah.
every day is just work. So I'm always in work mode. The past few years, I have created an extreme anxiety for myself. So I stress out when people come talk to me.
Yeah.
Because I am afraid now when people come talk to me, just because I am just overwhelmed.
Right.
Not because they're talking to me, just because of the responsibilities on my shoulders. So that demeanor that I have very much shows in my facial expression and my posture. But I'm the complete opposite. You come talk to me, I'll try to be as sweet as possible to you, accommodating. I'll go out of my way for you. So when people tell me, "Oh, it wasn't that great," well, now I'm trying to figure out, okay,
Why?
what's going on?
Yeah.
Did you produce the best you can? Did we produce the best we could?
Is there no
Right.
space?
Did
Right.
you set yourself up for that success?
Yeah.
You know?
A lot of times they're like, "Oh, the space you gave us wasn't that great." We had a lot of people complain the music was too loud for them.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hear that.
great. We're gonna jot that down, not to put you in front
Yeah.
of the bands,
Uh-huh.
because we're not gonna stop with the live music, because people love that.
Right.
We had crowds for it.
100%.
People always ask, "Are you still gonna have music?" So
And some
It's-
vendors love being next to the music.
yeah, instead
so
of
it just
putting them
depends.
in front of the music where it bothers them and disturbs them, we're gonna change them and put them somewhere that they could flourish better.
Right.
You know, sometimes we try to leave space, a good amount of space, because as you know, it sucks trying to cram as many people as you can in the spot, and there's not enough space, and everybody's like pushing each other.
Yeah.
And we're still stuck in that COVID mentality where,
Oh, yeah.
okay, let's give ourselves a little space. So I'm always trying to make sure that people are good and doing the best they can.
Right.
I want to make sure you guys have the best, because if you're not doing
Experience,
good, I'm not doing good.
Right.
You
Right.
know? And if I hear that you did horrible,
It's
I'm
gonna-
devastated.
Yeah.
Right.
it's gonna-
because that breaks my heart. Like, shit. Like, you
What
didn't.
did we do?
Yeah. What did I do wrong that you couldn't even make your booth money back? You know?
Right.
Which
Right.
I don't think we've ever had anybody say, "Oh, I didn't make my booth."
Well,
money back."
honestly, I've had a few vendors tell me that the show was not that great for them.
Wow.
I took it very personal because they wouldn't explain why.
Right.
So I'm just like I just took it upon myself that I didn't provide the best for them, and I failed them
Right.
because it's a good show.
Yeah.
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 You know, it's
Yeah.
not the best in the world, but you know,
Good turnout.
yeah. And so I tried to always ask everybody, what could we work on? What was good? What wasn't good?
Right.
I always want that positive and negative. I'm good with the negative feedback.
Yeah. It's. I mean, yeah. I think it's definitely when they give you that feedback, right? You like you said, you go back and okay, what can we do to make it better? Or I know we had this meeting already. Just we're over Wicked Fest now. I think a couple weeks. So it's like, okay, what could we have done better? How can we improve the experience of our vendor? Because again, going back to the early in this interview, without the vendor, you don't have an event. Without the vendor, it's everything. It's everything. It really is. Because there are some I'm sure events out there like, well, you paid your booth, cool, good luck.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that's not what it's about. It's not what it's about. You want everybody to be successful and happy and have a good time. Salem's Market's one of those events for me. Again, that was my first time experiencing. Fun fact: I've never even been to a damn concert.
Yeah.
I've been to a lot of things. I've never been to a concert. So for me to see a live band like that, I thought was really fun, really cool, and to see the crowd gathering, I was like, man, people are
People were like
into-
dancing.
Yes.
I'm assuming
I
that
mean-
that year that you guys did it was the year that my best friend Mosey, he has like 4 bands at that time, and so he played all day,
Oh.
all day. Every band he was part of,
Uh-huh.
and honestly, it's the greatest feeling to have my best friend there
Uh-huh.
of almost 20 years.
Oh wow.
I supported him for a long time. I used to be his roadie. I drove him around, and then for him to come support me, and he handles all the bands now.
That's awesome.
He's searching. He's looking for bands.
Along
this
with,
along with
Checo.
Checo, his other partner, that is a promoter.
Okay.
And so they always try to help me find more bands. They try
Right.
to help me find local bands.
How many bands did you guys have?
I think we had 3.
3
Oh,
last
okay.
year.
And you guys will notice that it's pretty much all psychobilly bands.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my best friend plays psychobilly music. He actually introduced me into the spooky world.
Okay.
Because of him. I was more into lowrider bikes and rafting, hot rods, and just the custom culture.
Okay.
And he took me in my first show to TJ.
Oh
And
wow.
My mind was blown away. I was like, what the hell?
What is this?
And I was hooked, and I was hooked for, I don't even know, more than 10 years being his roadie. I drove him everywhere.
Oh,
Wow.
All day. As soon as we got to whatever show or backyard party, I'd get drunk immediately.
Yeah.
No one's playing, no one's doing nothing, and then I had to sober up the rest of the night. So by midnight,
You were good. All right, where we
packed
going
up, all
next?
right. And then having to drive home with everybody drunk
Right.
was my responsibility.
Right.
Oh, man.
So you're like, let me get that done first, and then I'll be good, guys.
Yeah, so, him introducing me to that world really opened my eyes to what I do now. If it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. I have a very similar story. I mean, my buddy's wasn't in no bands or anything, but I was introduced in my sophomore year of high school, which for me was a very long time ago now. Into Halloween. And my buddy's like, "Hey, dude, we're gonna go to Universal Studios. for an event called Halloween Horror Nights. I'm like, yeah, like I'm scared, bro. I don't want to do that. I'm a chicken shit. He's like, dude, you're gonna have the best time. Fast forward now, that for me, that day happened for me almost 15 years ago.
Wow.
And I have not missed any Halloween event there since
Oh, that's cool.
COVID, obviously.
Yeah.
And I drug my sisters into it very early on too. So very similar story. Because after that, I was like hooked, man. I was like, I love it. I
Yeah.
love the vibe. I love Halloween. I love it all. So it was a crazy, crazy similar.
My parents owned a pumpkin patch. Enough said.
Yeah, there you go. That's
She's been blessed all her
I've
life.
been-
yeah.
Yeah.
How long
That's
have they had
awesome.
it?
Oh my! Well, they had the Christmas tree lot since before I was born.
Oh,
And
wow.
I'm 37 soon. Damn. And so yeah, and then the pumpkin patch. I think they started that when I was probably a sophomore in high school.
Wow.
So we've always, and Halloween's always
That's
been
supposed to
huge
be my
for us.
dowry, but I don't have it no more. They took it away from me.
Yeah, they took it away from
They
me.
retired.
And is that local, the pumpkin patch, or?
It was they retired a couple years ago. They're getting a little older, so it's really rough. Pumpkin patch life, Christmas tree lot life is hard.
I
They,
bet.
they lived on that lot for like 4 months.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
In
and
a
then-
little like cubicle thing they would rent.
and they have to literally. We had to
Dig
dig up
holes.
holes, every single hole for the poles. They dig up. They have to build everything, do all the wiring, everything. So
Oh,
I mean,
man.
like,
That could have been me. I could have been the
yeah,
king of the
right.
pumpkin patch.
Yeah,
be like-
literally.
Dig this hole.
Yeah, right.
That's what you would
Like, hey
do.
guys, we need this tree over here. Come on.
I know,
Come on.
Yeah.
Who
I know
wants to
how dig a hole.
volunteer?
I was volunteer. Yeah, so I mean, I grew up with owning a business, and so it kind of just, I'm not surprised that I'm in this.
Yeah, it came naturally.
It did. I was like,
You're born into
sounds
it.
right. Sounds about right. And it's kind of funny because I used to sell pumpkins, and now I actually do sell pumpkin purses. So
Yeah.
it's
It's full circle.
yeah, it never went away.
That's crazy. That is awesome.
She just moved pumpkin patches.
I know. Just moved
Yeah,
pumpkin
move to a
patch.
different patch.
Yep.
So what are your guys' future goals for Salem's Market?
That's tough. That's a really tough question because I think at this moment,
For me, I just want to keep the same momentum.
Yeah.
I don't have dreams of becoming some grand
No.
event because that's too much.
Right.
We want to stay small
Family
and humble
friendly.
and family friendly.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
My focus is family friendly event.
Right.
And you definitely bring that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And it's a Halloween event. That's what the difference too. We're not a horror event.
Yes.
We're a Halloween event. We want
Yeah.
Halloween stuff and Halloween, just Halloween.
You guys definitely give that nostalgic Halloween vibe with your event, which is awesome.
This year it's kind of cool. It's a like a retro type of thing. So we're gonna have some pretty fun little retro scenes going on. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you'll have all that nostalgia.
Similar
this year.
to the flyer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Which is awesome. Your guys' flyers are always
That's
dope.
the hardest part,
And
though,
that's
by the way,
actually-
is thinking of a theme.
Oh yeah.
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 Fly-
Because there's so
Flyers.
many things to do. Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
It's unlimited,
I was-
right?
The flyers designed by Jose. Jose drew it up.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Man, we're gonna have to outsource that too because.
Right.
All right.
Sorry, he's booked up.
he's like, he's not available.
Yeah, he's on the
Find your own
contract.
guy.
Get your own guy.
No, yeah.
Out of here.
Jose
As for
Villa
goals-
at Jose Villa Tattoo is
Awesome.
very talented.
Yeah, good dude. I got an
Amazing.
opportunity to actually sit and talk to him at our event. He's such a good dude, man. I mean,
Don't take anything he says seriously because he
That's
is
not
a
true. I believe
character.
that man 100%. I back that man completely.
oh man, he
We
was
love him.
Right or wrong,
good dude.
He's right.
Good dude,
most
man.
of the time.
man coven.
Man coven.
Yeah.
Hashtag man coven.
Right?
But yeah, as for goals, I think like they were saying, we're pretty much just trying to continue on and continue having a good
Build that
event.
momentum
Yeah.
and
This event has always been a passion project for us.
Yes.
To be honest, the first few years have left us negative in the bank account because you got to buy stuff, you got to buy
right.
this.
That startup cost, right?
Oh yeah. This past year was the first year we made some profit individually, and guess what?
We don't touch it.
We didn't touch it. We
Nope.
putting
We
it
keep it
back
there.
in the event.
Nice.
That's
nice.
awesome.
You see, and that only increases value in your event, right? Because again, just last year for being its first annual in Ontario at the convention center, I thought it was a lot going on.
Oh,
a
it's a lot.
lot going on, man.
I
Like,
like that.
And you know what? Behind the scenes, it's a lot of work.
I bet.
This is the first year we had to be legit
Yeah.
and had to get permits and have to get insurance and have to get this. Before we got, we got the little cheapy insurance,
Right.
get online, whatever, just to surpass whatever we had to do.
Right.
But now they're like, no, we need legitimate
Insurance.
insurance, and we got to get this okayed. The fire marshal needs to come
Right.
in. It's
It's
lot
a
of-
process.
It's
Hell of a
it's
process.
It's not as simple, as easy, and lucrative like people like to assume.
Right.
Yeah, no.
You
It's not. Yeah.
you
Make
got to
nothing.
put a lot of work
It is.
Sleepless nights.
and a lot of money.
Oh yeah, and a lot of time. This year's the first year, or last year was the first year that we hired talent as well. Like we had actors that were, dressed up as characters to walk around.
And someone was
We'll
doing your
have this
makeup
year,
there
too.
as well,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
they're
awesome.
amazing. Gabby and Kelsey do amazing makeup. They do special effects.
Yeah,
So they'll
I
be there
remember
again
that.
this year.
That's awesome.
I think last year too,
with
you
our
guys had the
talent as well.
tattoo thing going
Oh,
on.
tattoos, yes.
I mean,
Oh yeah,
geez.
that was
And
the
that's-
first year,
That's all Jose's tattoo shop too.
and we had what's his name from
Danny?
Arizona?
Danny from
Arizona.
Arizona.
Oh, we all got
yeah.
tattoos from
I,
him
I got
too.
here, I got one here. I got one here.
Uh-huh.
Same.
That's like
Couple.
4.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lisa will leave the booth
I'm
and
like,
go
bye,
get
gotta
tattooed.
go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
That's
So-
awesome.
Me and
Lots
Jess
to do.
try
So
to
fun.
every year when we're in Arizona too. Like, yep.
Not this year though.
You got
He was too
busy.
busy.
Yeah.
no, this year I was like, I really need it.
And then we also have like the costume contests
Right.
on Sundays. So yeah, there's always
Some
something to do.
costume
Oh, it's
yeah,
like I
contest.
said, just so,
So
much
much.
going on, and
Stuff for the kids.
It
stuff
is a
Hopefully next
2-day.
year there'll be more.
right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's a 2-day show, Saturday, Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the fact that this stuff happens on both days, not just like,
Not just
oh,
one.
make sure you make it on. No, both days it's action packed. You got everything going on. You got
Giveaways on the hour.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
work, people have life events, so they can't make both days.
Right.
So they
Yeah.
got to pick and choose. So why make them fight
Yeah.
for the one
Yeah.
good day?
Good day,
Right.
Why
yeah.
not just give them 2 good
Oh,
days?
but
Right.
then again, we do only have the bands on Sundays.
Oh yeah,
So I mean, they kind of have to
because
fight.
Saturday is too
So
hectic.
Sundays are the cool days because our bands and the costume contest go
Oh,
on
okay.
Saturday.
damn. 'Cause,
Sundays.
Hey.
last year was Sunday.
And
Jesus.
and we give out a lot of cash for the
Oh
costume
yeah.
contest.
Nice.
Cash prizes.
Kids and adults.
I
Nice.
think the kids' costume contest was like $100.
Wow.
$200 for the second place winner, and then for adults, and then $300 for the
First
place.
place.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I'm gonna enter.
And cash money.
And you know
I
what? Last year I think we cashed out 2 winners.
Did we?
Yeah, just because it's too good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the
Pick and
worst one,
choose.
I'm gonna be honest, is judging the kids contest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so
Breaks your
freaking
heart.
heartbreaking.
Right.
When you just see them devastated.
You're just like, hey guys, can we just break it down and just get everybody get a little bit? Like,
Yeah.
You
That's
won.
why-
You won. You won.
I want to
That's
do
why-
that.
Well, we give all the kids prizes anyways.
Uh-huh.
So I can't say no to them. Come
Yeah.
on.
Right.
Little bitty
Right.
But I
bag.
also want to give an incentive for them to come with
Oh,
their
yeah.
A game.
Right.
That's true.
Hey, but some of
And
these
some people
kids,
do.
holy smokes, they go all out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get very elaborate.
I know,
You know.
the one that really
Handmade.
stood out last year for me was the baby Leatherface.
Leatherface.
Oh, yeah. that
Because
so
he was
cute.
so animated. He was like, ah.
I do remember
I
that.
saw him again
This kid.
this year, and he's like, "Hey, what's up?" And he fist bumped me. I was like,
Oh damn.
We're bros.
Oh my
There you go,
God.
guys. He's gonna win this year.
Yeah,
This year.
"Yeah, we can't become friends because
Right.
it's gonna be look rigged."
Right. Right.
That was rigged.
It was rigged. He bought it last year.
And then the year before too, we saw the brother and sister, and they're dressed up as the Addams family.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
There was some.
Cute.
They always bring such cute outfits, and I'm just like, "Ugh."
People bring their A game.
Yeah,
That's
the
for sure.
kids, for sure is the hardest to judge because
Yeah.
So I'm assuming this year then it was going to be a same action-packed year.
Definitely.
You know, all the costume contests, the giveaways, the
actors.
Music.
actors, the music, the
Kids section.
dude. Just
Yeah.
so much is going to be going on.
An
guys don't wanna
impromptu
miss it.
dance party.
Oh,
that
man.
was awesome.
It's gonna
The
be-
little, with the actors.
oh yeah, I got
That
kicked.
was all them.
one of the Frankenstein kicked me while his little dance
Nah.
Well,
battle.
you're probably
Better watch out.
insane.
I was like,
I'm like, oh, my bad.
Better watch
Yes.
out.
But so much to do, guys. So if you're listening, make it out if you can. It's great, awesome, fun time for everyone.
100%.
Yay! thanks,
Especially,
guys.
especially
yeah.
you know, again, accommodation for the kiddos and the free books if they're while supplies last. I'm assuming, you know.
Yes.
So
They
yeah,
show
it's
up.
gonna be
I'm
fun.
here for the book.
You missed it 200
You're
kids
like,
ago.
"Oh." It's literally closing hour on a
Oh,
Sunday.
you know what? We're gonna do one more thing. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
We also, this is a very important one. Every year we donate to a charity.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure about the charity this year. We haven't discussed it, but every year we donate to a charity. So everyone keep that.
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Is there going to be somewhere maybe for
Yes.
outside guests to be able to donate. Oh, awesome.
You know what? That's a good idea. We haven't thought of that yet.
Yeah.
But thank you for that.
Maybe like a cauldron, like, hey, this donation's gonna go to this,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You
We
know, that
usually
could be
have-
cool.
We usually have the donation booth like right next to our booth. So last year was autism.
Oh, okay.
The year before, I believe it was
Was
like
for dog.
for
Yeah.
pet rescue.
That's awesome.
This year I have a few ideas, so hopefully we can.
That's
mention
fun.
it.
That's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we love
That's great.
supporting local charities,
That's awesome.
small or big. But
Always a
Yeah.
good deed there. You know what I mean? To be able to
Give
help out a
back.
little bit, even.
Definitely.
So
That's awesome.
cool. I
Yeah,
think.
sure.
Do you have any more questions for them? I know you asked them a bunch of
don't. I
them.
think
I
we
know.
went through the list, guys. We made it work.
Kenny talks a lot.
No.
And it's perfect. That's what we
kidding.
need. That's what we need.
It's a good
You
time
know,
out here. We're
trust
not
me,
like-
people are very in. I don't know why. I guess I know why, because before we threw events, I was like, how do they do this and how do they do that? You
Oh
know?
yeah.
So be able to get a little bit even, because we could go for hours
Oh, God.
realistically, right? We could really break down events, event,
By the piece.
coordination and all that. But just even get a little piece of it, it's like, boom, there you go. That's how hard it is, and how dedicated and how much stress and how much everything goes into these events.
But you know
You
what? We also put in the effort to communicate with other event people.
Right.
Oh yeah.
We like to talk about it. Like I'll like to ask you guys questions, like kind of personal questions about
Yeah.
events, because
Yeah.
hey, maybe you have a question that you need answered.
Yeah.
So, like Lad Racket, we talk to them a lot for October Village. We like to give them input. They like to give us input.
Right.
And it's just
And
it's very supportive, very creative.
exactly
You
what
know,
I was
Start a
going to
group
say.
chat with
Yeah.
all the.
Right.
the-
It's always
we
very.
should.
And
to be
honestly,
honest.
I've been talking about that for years.
Yeah.
Is create a coalition
Yeah.
of event people that
Yeah.
that we throw
Yeah.
events to kind of be on the same page on. Hey,
No stepping on toes.
yeah, we don't want to
when
book
your
this
event
date,
is.
Right.
especially when we're so close to each other, because we're just
Yes.
hurting each other.
Exactly.
I mean, there's
Exactly.
enough for everybody, but it would be great if we could all just 100% support each other.
100%.
Yes,
You know,
of course.
That'd be awesome. I would
Because
100%
I know,
agree with that.
to give a little bit of insight too, like you study these things. Like you're looking on the schedules, like okay, what events are landing.
Yes.
But you have to book them so far in advance. Stuff does pop up.
Oh
Right.
Later
yeah,
down the line.
we have to book
The day of.
a year in advance.
Yeah.
Holy
Exactly. That's crazy.
So when we get asked for little shows,
Like,
unfortunately, it just for me, for my business, we have to pre-plan our inventory.
hell. Right.
Definitely.
So what could we make? How much of it could we make? We need it for this, this, and this. So every event already has a designated amount
Right.
Of
of inventory.
inventory.
So it is hard to book other events, especially now that we're going out of state.
Right.
It's harder.
Oh
Yeah.
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 But
So
we'll get into that one into the next
Yeah.
podcast.
soon, part 2 will happen, guys. We promise.
Yeah. So if you guys have any questions,
Yes.
let us
Definitely
know.
reach out. Definitely
We'll
reach
probably
out.
post a little thing on Instagram. I'm sure people want to pick your brain so bad.
Oh,
you
man.
know?
And he's gonna regret it that he
He's
said
like,
that.
wait a minute.
No, like I want to be supportive,
Yeah, definitely.
When I first started, I had no support. Now I want to be the change that I wish I had.
Right, right.
So I'm always here to be supportive.
Advice.
Advice. I'll definitely help you out as much as I can and able to,
Right.
because I am what would you call it? I overdo it
Right.
where I hurt myself.
Right.
So
But that's for next.
yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I feel,
Guys.
man, I'm ready for the next. Let's just go right into
We're
the
gonna
next
cut
one. No,
and
I'm just
restart
kidding.
right now.
Right?
Might as well. We're having
Like,
momentum
see,
going.
I'm just wearing the same outfit.
Yeah. We all just changed
I
shirts real
know.
quick. All right. All right. Next one. Here we go.
Part 2.
No, but it was a
Yes.
good one. I'm excited for the next podcast with you guys. And
yeah.
but anyways, guys, I think that's gonna wrap it up. Are we over our time?
Just wanna-
No,
Sorry.
not yet. We good?
No, we went
What's
over.
that?
Oh
Huh?
man.
I'll ask the question since you
Sure.
forgot. We always like to end it. I know we're gonna have you back on. Maybe we'll come up with a different question, but we always like to end it.
But
with-
before you go there, also thanks for the huge sponsorship for Wicked Fest, though, guys. We do appreciate
Wow.
it.
Hey,
No, you could've
congratulations
waited.
on a
Thanks for
great
letting
show,
us
though.
come.
You could have
Thank
waited
you
5
guys.
seconds.
Thank you guys. I'm sorry. Go ahead,
No.
Ash. I didn't want to
Anyway.
forget, man.
I mean,
Yes, thanks for
he had a lot of
sponsoring.
prompting over and over again.
My guy over here is, like drilling me.
He's
I'm
like,
shit.
come on.
He got flags going.
Like, ask the
know.
question. No,
Yeah.
but thank you for sponsoring it.
That meant a lot. That meant a lot for real.
Yeah, especially having like Salems Market and you guys' personal companies like having our back. That always means a lot. Like, okay, they believe in us, guys. We can do it.
Right, right.
All right, can I ask my question?
Go ahead. I'm
You
sorry.
sure?
I'm sorry.
All right. We always like to end it on what's your guys' favorite scary movie?
Oh my god, that's so hard.
I know. It has to be one.
Does
You
it
know
have
what?
to be scary?
It doesn't.
No.
It does.
Okay.
I think one time we had somebody like just a thriller or something, right?
Ah,
Or
probably.
something
Yeah.
completely random.
Yeah.
I can't say this is my favorite one, but my go-to scary movie that I always love is Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, perfect.
original.
Love of Freddy.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's a good. Johnny Depp.
It's a good franchise,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. I
good
love
watch.
Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
The Ernest Halloween movies. Do you remember those?
No.
No.
Am I
You
too old for
don't?
you?
I think my
Are
dad.
too. I'm like,
we're like, what?
I was right there with you.
Oh my god. You know what? That because
That was a good one.
The
Those are
the one
good.
with the troll that comes out of
Yeah.
the trees.
Yeah.
Scared the crap. Oh, and
on,
Leprechaun
guys.
as a
Okay.
child.
Okay.
Leprechaun.
Traumatized me.
Yes, that one was
Yes.
scary.
Everybody has that one movie. You're like, nah,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yep.
Yeah.
My dad held me on one side, my sister on the side. I'm like, he's like, watch the leprechaun. Open your eyes, watch it. And we're just like, ah.
Oh, we saw The Exorcist. Was the last movie we saw
Yeah.
at the theater?
No.
Reese-
It was the Evil Dead one.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
What's
Oh, I was thinking about the Pope's Exorcist.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
There's whatever.
Whatever.
But the
Yeah,
other
that
one
one was okay.
that I was actually very excited about that one.
Is it like Evil Dead Rises?
Yeah, that was
Okay,
great.
yeah.
That was a lot of
That was
gore.
great.
We haven't seen
I'm a
it.
fan of the original one, so
We actually have a little model
Oh, me
house down
too.
there.
yeah, I built
Ooh,
that,
that is
years
awesome.
ago, man. I'm talking like
Wow, that's
12
cool.
years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
saw Army of Darkness first, so
Oh,
like,
wow.
that was my thing. I was all about it.
have you ever gotten an opportunity to meet him?
No, I've seen him
hilarious.
passing at like Monster Palooza, I believe, or
Yeah.
something like that, and I was like,
You're like,
That's it.
hi.
Funny,
Yeah.
dude.
But what was your favorite movie? I need to look that up.
oh, Ernest Halloween.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to.
Yeah, we're gonna have to look
Isn't
into
it-
that.
Isn't it like Ernest Goes Halloween or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. You did a lot of movies.
Yeah, I'm
It's
sure.
always Ernest
I mean, it's
something.
hilarious.
Okay, I think I have an idea, and it
have
might be
no
like
idea.
a comedy thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, but
I
that's
don't, I'm sorry.
funny.
Yeah, we aged ourselves all right.
I mean, I'm right there. I'm
Goosebumps?
right there.
Goosebump vibes?
Huh.
Kind of?
No.
No? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's kind of like Hubie Halloween almost.
Okay.
Like that kind of vibe, like
Oh,
silly.
okay, funny.
Yeah,
Cheesy.
Oh, I love
Cheesy.
those movies.
Yeah.
though.
yeah. Oh, Ernest Scared Stupid.
There we go.
Okay.
There you go.
We're gonna
At
have
least
to
he was
watch some of
honest with
that.
his question, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, that's
He
his
just
that's his
wanted to find
movie.
the dumbest Halloween movie.
On the ride home, and I was like, "Why'd you pick that one?" I'm like, "Damn."
I really don't watch movies and TV anymore.
No.
No. I'm on TikTok a lot.
Nah.
You see
yeah.
me watching a lot of dog TikToks.
Yeah,
And
that's,
food
Giggle.
TikToks. Yeah. I'll be at
Laughing.
the kitchen table.
Watch the TikTok. Watch the TikTok.
Just watch the one I just sent you. That's my
Yeah.
wife.
Dude, I'm such an old person. I'm like, did you see this?
Yeah.
Right there, right there,
Well,
He
man.
knows
There
what's
was-
in,
yeah.
he knows what's in trend before we know what's in trend.
Yeah, and
It's
just
weird. It's weird. I have a 19-year-old nephew that lives with me at the moment, and I have to educate him on trends. And he's just like, what? I'm like, bro, where you been?
Yeah, like, come on, man. Why you late on that?
Yeah.
You gotta
It's
get
been
on
around- It's
that.
been around for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You're like,
I feel like that old uncle that's trying to be too hip.
Yeah, there you go.
We are hip.
Yeah.
Okay.
and are you guys pumpkin spice coffee drinkers at all?
I am.
Yes,
I
okay.
am.
All
I
right.
had a pumpkin cold brew today
Oh,
for the
same.
first one for the season. It was delicious.
First
I'm on
one?
like number
I was-
5,
Me
to
too.
be honest
It's
with you.
bad. Yeah, I'm cut off.
Yeah.
$5 a day is expensive.
Yeah, he's not a pumpkin.
No.
No?
Pumpkin fan.
Come on, Kenny.
Next question.
Me either. Me either, though.
I don't
Fired.
like coffee.
Really?
I don't like coffee. I don't like the smell of coffee.
What?
Yeah.
We're not friends. This is over.
yeah.
The podcast is ended.
He's like, don't go to Salem's Market. Get coffee.
I've drank her frappuccinos and the hot one. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's just a lot going on.
happening. You like
Yeah.
juices, teas?
He's a strawberry acai kind of guy.
Ah, knew it. Had a feeling.
Not anymore. I used to be addicted. I used to spend about $30 a day, every day, for
I mean-
what, 3 years straight?
I don't know if they want to hear about
Oh
this.
yeah, I was extremely
Thanks
addicted,
for having us, guys.
but not anymore.
And again,
I don't even drink
We're
Starbucks.
gonna get
I
into
know.
all that. We're gonna get into all that,
He's like,
guys.
but I had to get cut off.
Everyone got real quiet.
I know.
But anyways, guys, Salem's Market, October 7th and 8th, Saturday, Sunday. You heard all the amenities about to go down. The
Yes.
pumpkin patches, the free books for the kids, drinking,
Giveaways, makeup,
bands. I mean,
yeah.
God, the list
the
is
pictures,
the list is unlimited. Tickets
Yes.
are on sale now, guys. Keep your eye out.
Let's drop the new I know you know Instagram,
Yes.
but what the new Instagram is
It's gonna be Salems Market events.
on
Look at us.
Instagram.
On
on
Instagram.
Hopefully we can, have faith and get that one
Get that one back, but if not, guys,
make
Sales
sure you
marketing
follow.
events.
everybody go follow and
And that'll be down below in the bio too. If you're
keep a lookout for it. You can buy your ticket at salemsmarketevents.com.
yes.
Again, guys, thank you so much
Thank
for coming
you.
on.
Thank you for having us.
We had fun.
It was fun. It was
Probably
exciting.
overshared, but
Oh no, I
It
can't,
is what
dude.
it is.
I'm excited for the next one. I can't even imagine what that one's gonna be like. So
Oh, you better do your homework and ask some good questions.
There you- I'm
Thanks
going
for doing
to.
this podcast too as your first
Thanks.
podcast.
Yeah,
That means a lot. to us,
yeah,
so
I do
it's like-
appreciate it, guys. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, listening, whatever, however you do it. Again, go buy your tickets now. They are on sale. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Thank